Reproductive health. Healthy reproductive organs with normal functions. However, reproductive health has a broader perspective and includes the emotional and social aspects of reproduction. According to World Health Organization (WHO), reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral and social. Therefore, a society with people having physically and functionally normal reproductive organs and normal emotional and behavioral interactions among them in all sex-related aspects might be called reproductively healthy. Reproductive health problems and strategies. India was amongst the first countries in the world to initiate action plans and programs at a national level to attain total reproductive health as a social goal. These programs, called family planning, were initiated in 1951 and were periodically assessed over the past decades. Improved programs covering wider reproduction related areas are currently in operation under the popular name Reproductive and Child Health Care (RCH) programs, creating awareness among people about various reproduction related aspects and providing facilities and support for building up a reproductively healthy society are the major tasks under the program. With the help of audiovisual and the print media, governmental and non governmental agencies have taken various steps to create awareness among the people about reproduction related aspects. Parents, other close relatives, teachers, and friends also have a major role in the dissemination of the above information. Introduction of sex education in schools should be encouraged to provide right information to the young so as to discourage children from believing in myths and having misconceptions about sex related aspects. Proper information about reproductive organs, adolescence and related changes, safe and hygienic sexual practices, sexually transmitted diseases, STD, AIDS, etc. would help people, especially those in adolescent age group, to lead a reproductively healthy life. Educating people, especially fertile couples and those in marriageable age group, about available birth control options, care of pregnant mothers, postnatal care of mother and child, importance of breastfeeding, equal opportunities for the male and female child, etc., would address the importance of bringing up socially conscious healthy families of desired size. Awareness of problem due to uncontrolled population growth, social evils like sex abuse and sex related crimes, etc., need to be created to enable people to think and take up necessary steps to prevent them and thereby build up socially responsible and healthy society. Successful implementation of various action plans to attain reproductive health requires strong infrastructural facilities, professional expertise, and material support. These are essential to provide medical assistance and care to people in reproduction related problems like pregnancy, delivery, STDs, abortions, contraception, menstrual problems, infertility, etc. Implementation of better techniques and new strategies from time to time are also required to provide more efficient care and assistance to people. Statutory ban on amniocentesis for sex determination to legally check increasing menace of female feticides, massive child immunization, etc., are some programs that that merit massive child are some programs that merit mention in this connection. Statutory ban on amniocentesis for sex determination to legally check increasing menace of female feticides, massive child immunization, etc. In amniocentesis, some of the amniotic fluid of the developing fetus is taken to analyze the fetal cells and dissolved substances. This procedure is used to test for the presence of certain genetic disorders such as Down syndrome, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia, etc., determine the survivability of the fetus. Research on various reproduction related areas are encouraged and supported by governmental and non-governmental agencies to find out new methods and or the or to improve upon the existing ones. Saheli, a new oral contraceptive for females, was developed by scientists at Central Drug Research Institute Lucknow, CDRI, in India. Better awareness about sex-related matters, increased number of medically assisted deliveries, and better postnatal care leading to decreased maternal and infant mortality rates, increased number of couples with small families, better detection and cure of STDs, and overall increased medical facilities for all sex related problems, etc., all indicate improved reproductive health of the society. Population stabilization and birth control. In the last century, an overall and all round development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people. However, increased health facilities along with better living conditions had an explosive impact on the growth of population. The world population, which was around 2 billion, that is 2000 million, in 1900, rocketed to about 6 billion by 2000 and 7.2 billion in 2011. A similar trend was observed in India too. Our population was approximately 350 million at the time of our independence, reached close to billion mark by 2000 and crossed 1.2 billion in May 2011. A rapid decline in death rate, maternal mortality rate (MMR) and infant mortality rate (IMR), as well as increase in number of people in reproducible age are probable reasons for this. Through our RCH programs, though we could bring down the population growth rate, it was only marginal. According to 2011 census report, the population growth rate was less than 2%, that is 20 per thousand per year, a rate at which a population could increase rapidly. Such an alarming growth rate could lead to an absolute scarcity of even the basic requirements, that is, food, shelter, and clothing, in spite of significant progress made in those areas. Therefore, the government was forced to take up serious measures to check this population growth rate. The most important step to overcome this problem is to motivate smaller families by using various contraceptive methods. Advertisements in the media as well as posters or bills etc. showing a happy couple with two children with the slogan Hum do hamare do, we too are too was promoted. Many couples, mostly the young urban working ones, have even adopted an one child norm. Statutory raising of marriageable age of the female to 18 years and that of males to 21 years and incentives given to couples with small families are two of the other measures taken to tackle this problem. Commonly used contraceptive methods which help prevent unwanted pregnancies. An ideal contraceptive should be user-friendly, easily available, effective and reversible with no or least side effects. It also should in no way interfere with the sexual drive, desire and the sexual act of the user. A wide range of contraceptive methods are presently available which could be broadly grouped into the following categories, namely natural or traditional, barrier, IUDs, oral contraceptives, injectables, implants, and surgical methods. Natural methods work on the principle of avoiding chances of ovum and sperms meeting. Periodic abstinence. Periodic abstinence is one such method in which the couples avoid or abstain from coitus from day 10 to 17 of menstrual cycle when ovulation could be expected. As chances of fertilization are very high during this period, it is called the fertile period. Therefore, by abstaining from coitus during this period, conception could be prevented. Withdrawal or coitus interruptus. Withdrawal or coitus interruptus is another method in which the male partner withdraws his penis from the vagina just before ejaculation so as to avoid insemination. Lactational amenorrhea, absence of menstruation. Lactational amenorrhea is a method based on the fact that ovulation and therefore the cycle do not occur during the period of intense lactation following parturition. Therefore, as long as the mother breastfeeds the child fully, chances of conception are almost nil. However, this method has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months following parturition. As no medicine or devices are used in these methods, side effects are almost nil. Chances of failure, though, of this method are also high. Or traditional methods include periodic abstinence, withdrawal or coitus interruptus, lactational amenorrhea. In barrier methods, ovum and sperms are prevented from physically meeting with the help of barriers. Such methods are available both for males and females. Condoms are barriers made of thin rubber or latex sheath that are used to cover the penis in the male or vagina and cervix in the female just before coitus so that the ejaculated semen would not enter into the female reproductive tract. This can prevent conception. Diagram of condom for male and condom of female are given. Nirodh is a popular brand of condom for male. Use of condoms has increased in recent years due to additional benefits of it protecting the user from contracting STIs and AIDS. Both the male and female condoms are disposable, can be self-inserted and thereby gives privacy to user. Diaphragms, cervical caps and vaults are also barriers made of rubber that are inserted into the female reproductive tract to cover the cervix during coitus. They prevent conception by blocking the entry of sperms through the cervix. They are reusable. Spermicidal creams, jellies, and foams are usually used along with these barriers to increase their contraceptive efficiency. Copper T, CUT. Another effective and popular method is the use of intrauterine devices, IUDs. These devices are inserted by doctors or expert nurses in the uterus through vagina. These intrauterine devices are presently available as the non-medicated IUDs, example Lipis loop, copper releasing IUDs, copper T, CUT, CU7, multi-load 375, and the hormone releasing IUDs, Progestacert LNG20. IUDs increase phagocytosis of sperms within the uterus, and the copper ions released suppress sperm motility and the fertilizing capacity of sperms. The hormone releasing IUDs in addition make the uterus unsuitable for implantation and the cervix hostile to the sperms. IUDs are ideal contraceptives for females who want to delay pregnancy or space children. It is one of the most widely accepted methods of contraception in India. Oral administration of small doses of either progestogens or progestogen estrogen combinations is another contraceptive method used by females. They are used in the form of tablets and hence are popularly called the pills. Pills have to be taken daily for a period of 21 days, starting preferably within the first 5 days of menstrual cycle. After a gap of 7 days during which menstruation occurs, it has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female desires to prevent conception. They inhibit ovulation and implantation as well as alter the quality of cervical mucus to prevent or retard entry of sperms. Pills are very effective with lesser side effects and are well accepted by females. Saheli, the new oral contraceptive for females, contains a non-steroidal preparation. It is once a week pill with very few side effects and high contraceptive value. Progestogens alone or in combination with estrogen can also be used by females as injections or implants under the skin. Their mode of action is similar to that of pills and their effective periods are much longer. Administration of progestogens or progestogen estrogen combinations or IUDs within 72 hours of coitus have been found to be very effective as emergency contraceptive, progestogens or progestogen estrogen combinations or IUDs within 72 hours of coitus, as they could be used to avoid possible pregnancy due to rape or casual unprotected intercourse. Barrier methods include condoms, diaphragms, cervical caps, and vaults, also spermicidal creams, jellies, and foams used with barriers. IUDs, intrauterine devices, include non-medicated IUDs, copper-releasing IUDs, and hormone-releasing IUDs. Non-medicated lipase loop, copper-releasing CUT, CU7, multiload 375, copper T, copper 7, multiload 375. Hormone-releasing IUDs, progesterone, LNG20. Oral administration or pills include small doses of either progestogens or progestogen-estrogen combinations. 21 days pills. Saheli is a once a week pill. Implants of progestogen alone or in combination with estrogen. Injections or implants can be used by females. Oral administration of contraceptive used by females. Diagram showing implants. Surgical methods, also called sterilization, are generally advised for the male or female partner as a terminal method to prevent any more pregnancies. Surgical or terminal method includes vasectomy in male and tubectomy in female. Diagram showing vasectomy. Vas deferens is tied and cut, tied to small cut on scrotum. And tubectomy, fallopian tubes tied and cut, tied through small cut to abdomen or vagina. Surgical intervention blocks gamete transport and thereby prevent conception. Sterilization procedure in the male is called vasectomy and that in the female is called tubectomy. In vasectomy, a small part of vas deferens is removed or tied up through a small incision on the scrotum, whereas in tubectomy, a small part of fallopian tube is removed or tied up through a small incision in the abdomen or through vagina. These techniques are highly effective, but their reversibility is very poor. It needs to be emphasized that the selection of a suitable contraceptive method and its use should always be undertaken in consultation with qualified medical professionals. One must also remember that contraceptives are not regular requirements for the maintenance of reproductive health. In fact, they are practiced against a natural reproductive event, that is conception or pregnancy. One is forced to use these methods either to prevent pregnancy or to delay or space pregnancy due to personal reasons. No doubt the widespread use of these methods have a significant role in checking uncontrolled growth of population. However, their possible ill effects like nausea, abdominal pain, breakthrough bleeding, irregular menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer, though not very significant, should not be totally ignored. Ill effects are nausea, abdominal pain, breakthrough bleeding, irregular menstrual bleeding, or even breast cancer. Medical termination of pregnancy, MTP, induced abortion.